And welcome to Exiting the Huddle with Dan and Jacob. I am Dan.
And I'm Jacob.
And before we start our weekly college football podcast, I want to thank everybody um, who has reached out to me over the last few months during my depressive state. I'm slowly working my way to get back to where I was. I want to specifically thank Remy, and I want to specifically thank Biff for everything that you guys continue to do for me. And let's move into the college football. What a weekend!
We had week zero, first week. But before we talk about week zero, I would also like to talk about um, just because I don't know exactly everyone's opinion on this, but there was a pretty big college football story that happened about a week, maybe a week and a half ago, with Michigan, their scandal. Do you guys think it was fitting? Do you think it was a little lax? I kind of want people's opinion on this. In my personal opinion, I think they should have got more. I'm not
So I'm
upset.
going to bring something up. So the tattoo scandal for Ohio State, they axed us tattoos for memorabilia. We had to vacate an entire season, a bowl ban for 1 year. Um, there was no competitive advantage for that scandal. That scandal, um, understandably, um, Michigan scandal,
They're
they
they're
were
cheating.
caught cheating and they got a slap on their wrist.
They
And
should have at
I,
least lost, in my opinion. Even if they didn't get their wins taken away from them, they didn't get a one season bowl ban. They should at least gotten their recruiting taken away for a year.
they did face some recruiting penalties, scholarship penalties. Uh, I think they have to give up 20% of their um, some form of revenue that they get for recruiting or something like that over a period of the next 3 years. Sharon Moore got a 4 year show cause. Um,
Didn't Stallion get like a 10 year?
eight. He got 8 years, an 8 year show cause, so he cannot return to college
Oh,
football.
it was Harbaugh.
Harbaugh got 14.
It was a 14.
He got 10 and then a 4. So I think they said he's not allowed to return to college football until 2038. So
In
uh, I, everybody knows that I have strong feelings about this, not just because I'm an Ohio State fan, but because we had to vacate an entire season that had no bearing on the competitiveness. I don't know how tattoos can help you play better football.
Well, it's if you look
Um,
at it like if just sports in general, that's now the last two teams that got caught cheating, excluding the Patriots for Deflategate. You had the trash can scandal with the Houston Astros, and they won a World Series. They never got that taken away from them. But you also have, Michigan won a national title and cheated, sign stealing. That's cheating, regardless of what you think. That's cheating. Now, if it's like in the game, it's like I know baseball. You can sometimes like the if someone's on first base, they can kind of look over and they can see signs, and they can be like, you know, you can kind of relay that, but that's not cheating. That's in the game versus like, hey,
advanced scouting.
we're at your practices. We're like scouting you, and it's like,
We dressed up in your coaching attire and was on your sidelines.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's 1,000% cheating.
yeah. So um, pretty disappointed. This just tells everybody out there that the NCAA has no teeth anymore. Um, I firmly believe that schools just use the NCAA as lawyers for when lawsuits are filed against them. And they can say, whoa, well, our NCAA lawyers are here doing this and this and this and this. And it just gives universities protection from lawsuits. I think that the NCAA needs to go away.
I can agree with that.
I think there should be an independent panel.
I think you can still have
like they do with the college football playoff.
I believe you should still have some sort of an organization that runs the entire, broad spectrum of NCAA, whatever the second division, third, that kind of thing. But I think you should have some sort of, like you're saying, like some sort of independent focus group, or I don't know if that's the right word there, but you know what I mean. Like some sort of like second measure, maybe a third measure, because it's like politics, You can buy your way into. You'd be like, oh, that wasn't illegal. Let me just shell you out some money real quick, and hey, it's not a problem anymore. And that's where I'm going to leave that one. On other news, I think this is important. I know I'm a KU fan, but KU received the largest ever donation by one person. If you are a KU fan, you probably know this. If you're not a KU fan, let me tell you real quick. David Booth, who is, if you look at, it's Kansas Memorial Stadium, David Booth Field. Huge Jayhawks fan. He went to KU, all this. Anyway, $300 million donation. $75 million of that was supposed to go to finish the renovations on the stadium. And if you ever get on social media and you're looking at KU stuff, they'll be like, pack the booth. Pack the booth. So that means, hypothetically, that KU now has $225 million to help with NIL money. It's kind of insane if you think about it, because you have schools like Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, all this, and they have all this money in NIL deals. But KU just got $225 million extra for NIL money. So I would not be shocked if some of these people that want to leave some of these big schools that aren't performing as well, like the Georgias or Alabamas or Florida States, I would not be shocked if they went to KU. And I don't know, money talks.
And bullshit takes the train.
Absolutely. But I think there's like some weird stipulation. You're only allowed to use like $25 million in NIL money per year throughout all of your sports. You're not going to use that in baseball. You're not going to use that in soccer. Oh, let's pay this guy $1 million for rowing. No. You're going in your big two sports. What's every school's big two sports, unless you're in like Minnesota?
Basketball and football.
Basketball and football. And what is KU known for? Basketball. So they're probably going to pay, like $1 million a year for some of these kids to come into KU, play basketball. And there's only a 10-man roster or whatever, how many people you can have. Like 10-man roster. Probably aren't going to use all of it. Maybe like $5 to $6 million for people. So it means you got $19 million you can just use to throw at the football program.
Well, that has to be broken up for like soccer, rowing.
Oh, yeah, but you're not gonna. Okay, let's take $2 million out of that. So you're still, or $4 million out of that. You're still looking at $15 million hypothetically for KU football. You can't tell me you're not going to get some big star recruits that are coming out of like either nowhere, like some freshman. They're a 5-star quarterback out of California or something. I'm like, hey, we'll pay you $1 million.
Evening, Doug.
But let's get into the week 0 games.
Let's do. So first kickoff was from Dublin, Ireland. I was excited about this game.
If you watched that game though, the first half was
Utter dog shit.
fucking boring.
It was. I think it was 7-7 going into halftime.
7-7 going into halftime.
And then the final, like it rained almost that entire game.
Well, they're in Europe,
right?
It kind of just does that there.
But Iowa State comes away with a victory, 24-21. There are some other non-marquee matchups that happened that are kind of concerning for some of these football programs out there. UNLV squeaks by Idaho State.
They do. And it's kind of shocking to me. But, what, 38-21? 38-31?
38-31.
38-31. Something interesting, because I'm kind of already done with that game, but I read stuff because, again, I'm a KU fan. Kansas, Fresno State, 31-7. KU dominated. That's not my story for this game. On the field, well, one didn't play. There was 2 players that their dads are either a Hall of Fame quarterback or a GM for an NFL team. So let's kind of do a little deep dive into that. We're not going to go too much into the score, 31-7. That's kind of a blowout. But if you look at KU, their backup quarterback is Cole Ballard. His dad is Chris Ballard. He's the GM for the Indianapolis Colts, my favorite team. I think that's kind of neat. But you go on the other side, you go to Fresno State, E.J. Warner. His dad is Kurt Warner. And I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You got some lineage there, And, the score wasn't even close. I think it was 7-7, and that was as close as it got.
Yeah.
Let's get into...
So the next game that we are going to talk about on the thing is Sam Houston State, Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky took care of business.
See, I had Sam Houston State. Are we doing a pick 'em this year, by the way?
I talked to Brandon, and he said he was going to set it up this week.
Okay, cool. Because I was thinking about it, and I was going to ask a question. And sorry to put everybody on blast in the podcast, but I'm sure if you'd like to, we might really get you into the pick 'em.
Yeah, for sure.
So send us a DM, join the Discord, that kind of thing, and we'll see what we can do and get you in there.
The last game.
I kind of want to talk about those.
Yeah.
I think it's funny, and I heard some things about it.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about how Hawaii beat Stanford. And in college football pageantry fashion, I will turn this over to Jacob.
So, from my understanding, I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch the highlights. But from what I read on social media, Hawaii's quarterback could barely walk. And their kicker learned how to kick from YouTube. That's college football in a nutshell. You can't ever expect anything to happen. But, the fact that Stanford got a vacation to go to, Honolulu?
Yep.
Go to Honolulu, Hawaii. And they lose,
23-20.
23-20. And I'm so happy college football's back. You guys have no idea here.
Yeah.
I'm ready for week 1.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Stanford losing to Hawaii in week 0 was not on my
2025 bingo?
Yeah, on my 2025 bingo. Hawaii beating Stanford was not even anywhere near the vicinity of that.
No, we were talking about that game a few weeks ago, and we were like, that's going to be a blowout.
So, another thing that I want to get into is the amount of Power 4 teams playing on not a Saturday.
Yeah. I mean,
So I'm gonna. This is so on Thursday. This Thursday coming up, the 28th. Boise State travels to South Florida to play the Bulls. All good.
yeah, I'm just trying to get the scores pulled up on my phone.
No, that's fair.
Or like the
South Florida goes, or Boise State goes to South Florida to face USF. Right after that, at 5 p.m., Ohio
plays Rutgers.
plays Rutgers. Another, Power 4 team playing on not a Saturday. Then you have North Carolina State playing East Carolina on Friday.
No, it's also Thursday.
Oh, is it Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So basically, all of the Thursday games.
UCF just joined the Big 12, right?
Yeah, they're playing Jacksonville State.
On a Thursday.
You got Elon playing Duke, 6:30 p.m.
Central Arkansas playing Mizzou.
Mizzou, you got
UT Martin playing Oklahoma State.
what the hell's SFA? That
Stephen F. Austin.
Stephen F. Austin going to Houston to play the Cougars. You got Buffalo going to Minnesota. You got Nebraska, Cincinnati. That's an 8 p.m. game.
That could be a good game, though, because Big 10, Big 12.
You got Miami, Ohio going to Wisconsin. And then,
so then we go into the Friday games where you got Western Michigan at Michigan State.
You got Wagner going to KU.
You got Kennesaw State going to Wake Forest.
You got Western Illinois going to number 12 Illinois.
And then you got this one's a good one. I had this on my week one as well.
Baylor.
The Auburn Baylor. I think that that has really, really good implications for both conferences. I think whoever comes out on top on that game has a chance on an inside path to go to
the college football playoff.
No, their championship games.
Oh yeah. Another big one. You got Georgia Tech going to Colorado.
Yep. And that looks like the extent of the Power 4 schools that are playing on Friday. Now, I love a toughest schedule versus a cupcake schedule.
Yeah.
So I would like to know who paid off the SEC to give Missouri
8 home games?
6 home games in a row.
That's what it was.
6 home games in a row.
And they have, 8 overall? 9 overall?
Yeah, they have 8 overall. Let me pull up their schedule. And we will... It's a joke. They're... So their first game is Central Arkansas.
That should be a win.
They got Kansas.
I think that's going to be tough.
That might be a tough game. Then they got Louisiana Raging Cajuns coming to town.
I think that's a win.
Number 13, South Carolina.
I think that's going to be a good game.
UMass.
It's going to be a blowout.
And then Alabama comes to town. And that is 6 home games in a row, folks. 6 home games in a row.
Let's just kind of go back to week 2.
Okay,
there.
KU.
I am so happy as a KU fan
That the rivalry's back?
to finally have that rivalry back. It's the border war. They play for the border war drum. And I'm super excited about, having that back. That'd be like if Iowa State and Iowa didn't play forever. You don't have the Cy-Hawk trophy. It's like it just doesn't feel right. And I think they should do every year have kind of like one of those protected rivalries, Like we've been playing a lot of college football 26.
A lot.
And you have those protected rivalries where it's like you're Ohio State, you moved it, like let's say you go to the SEC for some reason or Ohio State, you still play Michigan every year. It's the last game. You're KU, you move conferences, you still play K-State every single year. Protect rivalries. That's why the fans want to watch it. And you might not necessarily like the outcome, but, hey, that's what college football's about. Any given Saturday. You could have dog shit team. Like the two newest teams into the FBS. You have Delaware and Southeast Missouri State. Like, they have a rivalry with somebody, let them play.
Yeah.
Like, let's say Delaware, like, their rivalry is Delaware State. Let them play. Southeast Missouri, say theirs is, like, Northwest Missouri State or, one of those other schools. Let them play that game. Just because they're a big dog now doesn't mean they can't be beat, and vice versa.
Yeah.
That's why we love college sports. Any given Saturday, any given Wednesday, Thursday, any day.
At this point, it's any day of the week.
Any day. And as a KU fan, and I'm going to end on this one, just that rivalry with your in-state, out-state rivals is so important to the fan base. Because it's like every year, you got Auburn, Alabama, you got Georgia, Alabama, you got Florida, Florida State, Georgia, Georgia Tech, Duke, North Carolina. It doesn't have to just be football, but like
it's across all sports.
But Kansas, Mizzou has always been a huge rivalry. That's like Ohio State playing Michigan. That's just a rivalry. Like, it's kind of the same. If you go down the list of why it's a rivalry, because Ohio State, Michigan, my bad. I slipped up, my bad. Hand up, my bad.
Pull your hand out. No. Bad.
But, it's like Ohio State, Michigan, it's over, Toledo? Right?
Yeah.
Kansas, Mizzou is over the border because of the Jayhawkers, and Missouri because one was Union, one was Confederate. Had to do with reparation of slaves and that kind of thing. And it's just, if you're from Kansas, you hate Missouri. If you're from Missouri, you hate Kansas. It's just how it is.
So let's get into some week one matchups.
Let's get into it. Any other quirk?
No, I am actually still good. So what do you got on the Nebraska-Cincinnati game? That game happens on Thursday night, 8 p.m. on ESPN.
Well, they got Nebraska at a 6.5-point spread, at least on CBS Sports. I think that Cincinnati might have a slight edge because they're the home team. I say give me Cincinnati. I'm not giving any scores, but
I'm going to take Nebraska. I think Matt Rule, this is his third year. Dylan Raiola's second year. Good wide receiver core, good offensive line. Give me Nebraska 31-24.
31-24. If I had to give a score, I'm going to say 28-24. Okay. Cincinnati, just because they're the home team.
All right. So, second game on the list, we're going to go Auburn-Baylor, Friday night game, 7 p.m. on Fox.
They got currently Auburn at 2.5-point lead on there, at least on CBS, and that's what I'm going to go off of. So if your point spread isn't the same, I'm going off CBS Sports. I think night game in Baylor. I give me Auburn. I don't know. I just
Give you Auburn?
give me Auburn.
I think this game comes down to.
I think it's close.
I think it comes down to it being a home game for Baylor.
You got Baylor?
I think I got Baylor. I'm going to call the score 28-17.
I'm going to say 35-31.
Okay.
I just think they eke it out at the end.
All right. Another Friday night matchup. Not so much, any implications for the ACC or the Big 12. But Colorado, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech goes to Colorado.
Check out that point spread. I got the point spread. It's got +4 to Colorado, so that means they got Georgia Tech by 4. Much as I hate Deion Sanders.
Okay.
Give me Colorado. You got a Georgia Tech team that is like option. Like that's their offense. It's just option.
Well, it worked against Florida State last year.
Everything worked against Florida State last year. They won 3 games.
You're not wrong. Okay, you know what? I'm taking Georgia Tech. I think Deion Sanders' tenure is going to be coming to a close.
The only reason I'm picking Colorado. This may sound weird. Week 1. Both of these teams have not played a game, and it is in Colorado. Higher elevation. I think the Georgia Tech team is just going to be gassed. And that's the only reason I'm picking Colorado. If this was later in the season, I would 100% pick Georgia Tech. But just because that high elevation, hard to breathe, those Colorado kids are used to playing in Colorado. That's my only reasoning behind that one.
Okay. Score prediction?
35-28.
I'm going to take Georgia Tech 17-6.
Think it's going to be a low-scoring game?
Yeah. All right, so we're going to go to Saturday. We're going to leave our game of the week up for last.
You mean the game of the week?
Yeah, the game of the week. So there's a couple on here I want to talk about. Syracuse at Tennessee, 11 o'clock game.
You got it at a
on
14-point spread. Against Tennessee is favored by 14 points.
I think that Syracuse covers the spread. I think the off-season shenanigans that has happened with Tennessee ever since January. The transfer portal opens and Iama Lieva goes into the transfer portal and then goes to UCLA. I think there's a big distraction there. I think Hopel, I think he's just treading water at this point. I'm not going to say he's not a hell of a coach because he is, but you're not producing at what Tennessee is supposed to be producing at. You're supposed to be producing an SEC championship contending team every year, not every 3 years, not every 4 years. I think that this game is a lot closer than what it is. Give me whoever has the ball last.
Now, this being a day game, I think it'd be a lot closer than if it was a night game.
especially at Tennessee.
At Tennessee,
You know, Ohio Stadium South.
Ohio Stadium South. Funny.
You don't rename Ohio Stadium Neyland North and then lose by that many points and not take shit for that.
But I still think Tennessee's got this one. I don't kind of trust the 14-point spread in Tennessee's favor.
Yeah, I don't respect whoever put 14 points on that game.
Watch us both be like, oh wow.
Yeah, watch them now. Just going to blow out Syracuse. It's like 42-0.
And that's college football.
Yeah, in a nutshell.
It's really hard to guess these games.
So the next game on our list, Alabama at Florida State.
Now, call me crazy.
Called you. I didn't call you crazy last year when you picked Florida State over Georgia Tech.
Yeah, well, I wasn't right.
But okay, crazy. Let's go.
This game is in.
It's in Doak Campbell Stadium down at Florida State.
Florida State. It's a 13.5-point spread in favor of Alabama. Alabama is number 8. But, there's a big but here. You're going to hostile territory in Florida State. Those fans are rowdy and always intoxicated.
You're going to a stadium that is pissed off that they got left out of the college football playoff 2 years ago.
And then they tanked last year.
And then they tanked their entire schedule and won 2 games, 3 maybe. And I think they're going into a pissed off Florida State crowd.
I don't think Florida State wins this game, but I think it's a lot closer than 13.5 points. Now, I won't know until the game's over, but my honest prediction is give me Alabama, but I think it's either a low-scoring game or a shootout. I don't have a point prediction, but I think it's either going to be like 21-14, or it's going to be like 58-47. Just something weird. I don't think this game's a blowout in any fashion. I think Florida State's coming in pissed.
Next game on the list, number 9, LSU goes to Memorial Stadium to play Clemson, number 4.
I think this is going to be a really good game.
I think this is going to be a really good game, but does Brian Kelly get over the hump of not being able to win a season opener?
They got Clemson at a 4-point favor.
Yeah, but can Brian Kelly win a season opener? He's lost the last 3 season openers.
I think, in my non-professional opinion...
I want your professional opinion.
My professional opinion, I think LSU beats them. I just think...
That's a bold strategy, Cotton.
I just really don't like Dabo Swinney.
I don't like Dabo Swinney either. I also don't like Brian Kelly.
I prefer LSU over Clemson.
I prefer neither of these teams to win.
Can they just tie somehow?
I don't think that's allowed anymore.
Just everyone gets diarrhea before the game and no one plays. Bring out the cupcakes.
Yeah. I'm going to take LSU just because I think LSU has the better team.
I'm going to take LSU also, but I don't
24-14 or 24-17.
I don't got a score prediction on that one, but give me LSU.
We will go up to our game of the week.
Well, I was going to say maybe go over some of these other predictions. Just how bad do you think they're going to be?
Okay.
I want top 25 matchups.
That was all the top 25 matchups.
No, these are top 25 schools playing other people.
That's Top 25 matchup.
We're gonna rapid fire this, okay?
Okay.
Number 20 Indiana plays Old Dominion.
I think it's a blowout. Kirk Cignetti, 56-3.
Okay. We got number 5 Georgia playing Marshall in Georgia.
I think that is another blowout. Give me Georgia 66-10.
Another one that's going to be a potential blowout, but I can also see this one being kind of close because it is the school that they're playing. Nevada goes to number 2 Penn State.
What time's the game?
2:30.
2:30 game mid-afternoon. Give me Penn State 55-13.
See, I think it's going to be a kind of a continuation of last season when they played those weird schools and they didn't do too well. I don't think they're going to lose.
I think them bringing in Jim Knowles, that's going to change.
They got a 45-point spread. I do not think that they're going to cover the spread, is what I'm getting at.
I'll take 45. Well, my score prediction would be a push, 55-10.
It'd be close.
That's a 45 point. That's a push.
You got a 2:30 game in Ames, Iowa. You got South Dakota going to Iowa State. Honestly, hear me out here.
Give me Iowa State. Give me Iowa State.
There is
31-12. 31-12.
I like the score. Give me my potential upset of the week. My potential upset of the week. South Dakota is one of those weird FBS schools. Or FCS schools, or however it's called. And they're always really competitive. I could see them. I'm not saying they're going to be upset, but I could see it happening in that game. Next one, you got Montana State going to Oregon. No spread points. Give me Oregon.
I will also take Oregon.
You got Illinois State going to Oklahoma. It's a 5 p.m. game.
Oklahoma is another team that kind of got shafted by their schedule this year. While we're on the topic of Oklahoma, I want to put this out there. So they open up against Illinois State. Then they have to go.
Or then they have the hardest schedule.
One of them. Then they have number 14, Michigan, as a home game for Oklahoma. They're coming to Norman. Then they got to go at Temple. Then starts their rough road. They have Auburn at home, Kent State at home, Texas at a neutral site, at South Carolina. Ole Miss comes to town, which I have Ole Miss blowing them out. Then they have to go at Tennessee, at Alabama, Missouri at home, LSU at home. You have to play all but the top team in the SEC in the regular season. You have to play all but Georgia. They play, as of right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ranked teams. Oklahoma fans, I'm sorry. It's probably going to be another thing like it was last year, where you only win 3, 4 games. I want to say Brent Venables has the ability. I read that he coached the defense last year as the head coach, and took more steps to improve that. He is a defensive coach. He was a defensive coach under Dabo Swinney before he went to Oklahoma. I just don't see more than 3 or 4 wins in this. Like, Illinois State, I'll give you. Temple, I'll give you. Kent State, I'll give you. And maybe Mizzou, maybe Auburn. Those are coin flip games.
So, like, optimistically, you're saying maybe they win 6-7 games.
No, maybe they win 3 or 4 games.
I'm saying optimistically.
Optimistically, I don't see more than 4 wins or 5 wins in this schedule. There's no way you're going to beat Texas even at a neutral site. I understand that that's a rivalry game, and anything could happen. I just don't see it happening.
That's fair.
South Carolina at South Carolina at the end of last year, the last 6 games, I had them hopefully making the playoff. If they continue that, anything could have happened. And then you have Ole Miss. I understand they lose almost their entire offense, but Ole Miss always reloads.
So if you don't rebuild, you reload.
Yeah, you reload. You already got guys in the chamber ready to go out and play football. At Tennessee, do you really want to go play at Tennessee? What? So that's 11, 18.
They don't have
so
time
on the
yet.
25th of October, you really want to go to Tennessee?
It's November 1st.
Oh, is it November 1st? Okay, November 1st. You really want to go at Tennessee on November 1st? No.
I might have the pumpkin helmet still.
Might.
Best helmet, by the way, in college football, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Has that blacked out tee.
Yeah.
It's just dope.
And then at Alabama, come on.
Anything could happen.
I understand that Oklahoma beat Alabama last year, but they beat Alabama at home. Alabama went to Oklahoma, and they lost. Do you think that's going to happen 2 years in a row?
Doubtful.
Abso-fucking-lutely not.
Let's keep going down these other ones. Most of these are gimme, by the way. Long Island University going to the Swamp.
Florida by 40.
Yeah, give me Florida. North Dakota going to K-State.
Now,
the only
hold on. Is that North Dakota State?
Just North Dakota.
Okay, then give me K-State.
The only thing I could say that maybe might give North Dakota a shot, a snowball's chance in hell, is that they're coming from North Dakota to Kansas versus K-State's flying in from Dublin, Ireland, back to Manhattan. That's the only reason. K-State still wins in my opinion, but if there was any kind of weird snowball chance in hell,
it would be the jet lag.
It would be the jet lag.
That's fair. That's 100% fair.
Next one on the docket, you got University of Texas San Antonio going to number 19, Texas A&M.
Give me Texas A&M. A lot closer than what people think. Give me Texas A&M 42 to 31.
Okay. It's only a 22.5 point spread.
Yeah, I think the spread does not get covered.
Next big one, you got New Mexico going up north to whatever the fuck Michigan Stadium's called. Michigan Stadium.
The Big House?
Yeah. They got them at Michigan at a 36.5 point spread.
That's not happening.
I think
bet the spread, people. Bet the spread.
Bet the spread. I think Michigan wins, but I think it looks sloppy.
It is. And I want to put some words out there because that new Michigan quarterback, what's his name? Underwood? I don't know. But anyway, he made the bold prediction that he is the best freshman to ever come into college football. And I would like to remind him that Jeremiah Smith puts him to shame. I believe that he's going to spend more time on his back than a woman of the night.
We got 4 more top 25 teams. These are all going to be kind of gimmies, by the way. So I just want to get them out there so everybody else knows. Yeah, the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff going into Lubbock, Texas to play Texas Tech.
I think that game's a lot closer. What's the spread on that?
Doesn't say.
Then there's probably not. So give me Texas Tech, 42. Arkansas Pine Bluff, probably 10, 13.
I think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be like 50
I
points.
think. Well, I think that they score the majority of their points
in garbage time.
In garbage time. The fourth quarter, probably 10 minutes left. They'll score.
Once or twice.
Maybe a blocked field goal puts them at 13.
Next one, you got Georgia State going into Ole Miss. That is a 38-point spread. It's
Give me
6:45 p.m.
Bet the spread, people. Bet the spread. Give me Ole Miss 58, and give me Georgia State
19, 17,
6. Bet the spread, people.
Next one is, I think, is the highest spread I've seen so far. At 47.5 points, you have East Texas going to SMU. 47.5 point spread. Give me SMU, obviously, but
give me SMU, but that spread's not getting covered. Don't bet the spread, people.
And then you got Northern Arizona going to Arizona State. The 28.5 point spread.
Give me, Pride by 40.
And then there's 2 games on Sunday.
We'll get to those in a minute.
But before that, we're going to talk about our marquee matchup after I go grab a drink.
Go ahead.
Dan, I'll let you take this one away.
All right. So.
You need another one, by the way?
Yeah, I'll take another one. Saturday, 11 a.m. Big noon kickoff.
Bullshit, first off.
Yep, bullshit. I am not happy with this game not being a night game. Number 1, Texas at Ohio State.
Still bullshit those rankings.
Yes. Still bullshit on those rankings. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like how do you win the national championship? Regardless of whatever happens. How do you win the Natty and you're not number 1? I can understand maybe like 2, but 3? Really?
I think it's just a disrespectful slight.
They hate us because they ain't us?
They hate us because they ain't us. I think Texas comes to town. I think this is probably one of the closest games. I think they have Texas by 2.5.
Let me check the spread.
I think it's
2.5.
Yeah, they have Texas by 2.5. I'm gonna take Ohio State by 7.
See, I'm thinking it's going to be a lot like last year's college football playoff game, where it's like close until the end. Arch Manning's kind of untested, fantastic athlete.
Well, he started 2 games last year.
Yeah, but he played no one.
It's not an invalid point.
And then we also have a new quarterback who I don't think started any games last year.
He did not.
So there's a lot of up in the airs on that one. But one thing I will say in my defense for Ohio State, defense is still intact.
No.
Mostly intact.
No.
We lost a lot of players to the draft.
Yeah.
But it's like, again, like we said, Ohio State doesn't rebuild, they reload. It's always next man up. So who do you got? But then you go on the offensive side, you still got Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah. Carnell Tate.
Jeremiah Smith by himself, you have to probably spend a whole day trying to figure out, like, how do we stop this guy? He's a year older. He's probably stronger. He might be faster. Might be a little taller. I don't know.
Could be.
He's only 18.
Yeah. So I'm going to take Ohio State 28, Texas 23.
I'm also going to take Ohio State, but I think this game's going to be a little out of hand for Texas. Nothing crazy. I'm going to say 35 to 24. Just because, A, first game of the season, to shake off the rust. B, they're going to have, like the banner drop and all that stuff. So you're going to have the crowd just fired up.
So let's go to our Sunday games.
And we got Sunday games this year.
So, Virginia Tech at South Carolina. I have South Carolina.
I got South Carolina, but I would not be shocked if Virginia Tech just randomly upset them.
This isn't the Frank Beamer Virginia Tech of the late 90s, early 2000s. It's just not.
No.
It's the disappointment Virginia Tech that Virginia Tech has been for the last few years. Yeah. Give me South Carolina big.
Give me South Carolina, but again, I think it's going to be a lot closer than, I don't know what the spread is.
Probably a lot.
Let me look. The spread for this game is 7.5.
A lot more than I thought it was.
The total points is 50.5.
Oh yeah, give me the over. Give me the over for
Give
real.
me the over on points. I think that there is a realistic chance that Virginia Tech can cover the spread. But that also being said, give me South Carolina. I just don't think that they can upset them.
Okay, and then we get to the marquee matchup other than Ohio State, Texas. For Sunday, number 6 Notre Dame goes down to number 10 Miami.
And they got a 2.5 point favor for Notre Dame. The total point spread is 49.5. Give me the over on that first off.
Give me the over on that.
And then
I think Jordan Love goes off for Notre Dame.
I can see it.
I think Jordan Love goes off. I think Carson Beck going from Georgia down to Miami to play. I think that was a big distraction in the offseason. Give me Notre Dame 38 and Miami 24.
See, now I'm kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. Who's the head coach? Marcus Freeman?
Marcus Freeman for Notre Dame. And I think, isn't it Mario Cristobal for Miami?
I'm not sure about that one, but Marcus Freeman's one of those coaches that, like, Notre Dame loses weird games, i.e. Northern Illinois last year. No one's safe. They lost a lot of talent to either the transfer portal, mostly the draft. They lost a lot of people to the draft. They got Riley Leonard, the wide receivers that they had, the running back, bunch of defensive help. First game of the season. Now, call me crazy here. It's in Miami. Give me the Hurricanes. I think it's going to be close. I'm thinking like 28-24.
I got to disagree with you.
Well, we'll find out when we find out, won't we?
Yep. And then our Memorial Day matchup. We have TCU at North Carolina. Bill Belichick's very first ever college football coaching game as the head coach of a college football team?
Give me TCU. I hate Bill Belichick.
I have a feeling that Bill Belichick's girlfriend is going to be coaching the team on Monday. Give me TCU. Big.
I don't think it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I have it realistically being close, but I also could see getting out of hand. This is in TCU, right? It's in Fort Worth.
It is not.
Oh, it's in wherever the hell North
Durham,
Carolina.
North Carolina. Actually, hold on a second because this might be a neutral site game. Nope, it is. It's in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
You said Durham. That's Duke.
Yeah, that's Duke.
Fucking hate Duke.
I'm going to get all the Duke people in the chat going to be like,
All the Duke people.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I got TCU. Give me TCU. I just think Big 12 school versus ACC. TCU kind of had a disappointing season last year.
Yeah. So now that we got through those games, I want you to give me your dark horse for this year.
My dark horse for this year?
Yeah. Who do you think?
For the Natty or just the
For
college football?
let's do for college football Power 4. Give me your dark horse for the Big 12.
Big 12. See, Arizona State is favored because they won the Big 12 last year. K-State's normally favored because they, just do well every year. Iowa State's a good team. I'm not saying KU this year because they let me down every time. I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna be good. My dark horse, BYU.
Ooh, that's
BYU.
That's pretty dark.
I would say KU, but
my dark horse for the Big 12. You're going to think I'm absolutely nuts when I say this.
Well, it's not Texas Tech.
It is not.
Good.
Arizona.
I could see it.
Arizona.
I could also see Utah being a random one.
I don't think so. They lost their 35th year senior.
Cam Rising.
Cam Rising.
But if we're gonna be realistic here, I would not count KU out.
I wouldn't count them out either, but I'm talking about dark horses. KU won 5 of their last 6 games.
And they were all ranked games.
Yeah,
except for the last one against Baylor.
Yeah. So
they fucked some shit up.
I think realistically, KU has a shot to go to the Big 12 championship. I think that there's a school that has no shot, that nobody's giving them a shot. Arizona. Nobody's giving Arizona a shot, but they bring back almost their entirety of their roster from last year.
And even in college football 26, Arizona normally performs really well.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Let's go SEC dark horse.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
I know that they're ranked, but they won six of their last 8 games. I have a feeling, you talk about the Georgias, you talk about the Alabamas, you talk about, the Tennessees, the LSUs, Florida in past years, but nobody is giving South Carolina their due. And I think this year, South Carolina is going to give almost everybody on their roster a run for their money. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see them playing for the SEC championship game.
You're going to call me crazy on this one.
Go ahead. Let's go crazy.
Because my SEC dark horse is Vanderbilt.
That's a tall order.
If you look at it, if you look at the roster, Diego Pavia is coming back, transfer from last year. from
Right.
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
You have a lot of their returning offensive line and wide receivers. Their defense is pretty much intact. I just look for them to be, if not a dark horse contender, one of those teams that just shakes up the SEC.
Do you think they could beat Alabama 2 years in a row?
I think they have a chance. But these
All right.
are all predictions, you
Right.
know. So
Give me your ACC dark horse. You know who mine is.
yeah, I know who yours is. Mine,
Mine's the same as it was last year.
SMU.
No.
No, I know you're Boston College. Mine's gonna be SMU. I think SMU has a legitimate chance to run the tables again. And you know, you have those big schools in the ACC. You got your North Carolina, kind of.
I don't think North Carolina is going to be a good contender for
But
the
you got-
ACC
you got
for
your-
years.
You got your big ones. You got like
Clemson,
Clemson,
Louisville,
Miami.
Clemson, Louisville, Miami, SMU. They went to the ACC championship game last year. Another one that I would throw in there, North Carolina State. Nobody gives North Carolina State enough credit.
NC State's a good one. Boston College is a really good dark horse. But my dark horse, which is kind of unfair because the ACC is kind of weird, is SMU.
That's a weird way to say weak.
It's not weak. It's just they're just all over the place.
Really?
Every year, they're all over the place.
The ACC isn't weak. Can you remind me what round SMU got knocked out?
First.
Can you remind me what round that Clemson got knocked out?
They didn't make it.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Probably first.
Yeah.
But you know, if we're looking at the big dogs for college football, you're looking at SEC Big Ten. Those are all the big dogs, and you have a couple random outliers from the Big 12 and the ACC. But most of them are. What, Big Ten had 5 teams in last year in the college football playoff?
They had Oregon.
It was Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, Indiana, and then I think there was another random one.
No, it's just Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, Indiana.
And the ACC had
The
SMU
ACC
and
had
Clemson,
Clemson, SMU, and that's it.
and the SEC had
Georgia, Texas, Tennessee.
and 2 of those teams lost to Ohio State.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. So in the first round, Texas beat Clemson 38-24. They got knocked out in the first round. The other team that got knocked out in the first round was SMU. Penn State beat them 38-10. Notre Dame knocked out Indiana 27-17. Ohio State rolled over Tennessee 42-17.
Ohio State kind of did that for the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, well, first 3 rounds because 28-14 is against Texas.
Yeah, but that game was really close until the end. That he threw that strip fumble for the 80 whatever it was yard return for a touchdown.
That's probably going to go down in history as the best play of the Cotton Bowl Classic for probably 100 years.
Captain Jack Sawyer.
Captain Jack. So you got to think about it. The ACC teams that were in the playoff were knocked out in the first round. So Big Ten, dark horse. Go. Don't steal my thunder.
Big Ten dark horse.
Big Ten, dark horse.
I'm gonna say a newer team
Okay.
because you have your Ohio States, you have your Michigan, you have Penn State, you have all those
Oregons.
Oregons. I'm gonna say USC.
That's a really good one.
I just think USC.
Had Ken Lincoln Riley turned it around this year like he didn't last year.
I just think USC. If I looked at their schedule correctly, they didn't look like they had a super hard schedule. There were some big games in there.
Let me look at USC's schedule for this year. Schedule. So they have Montana State and then Georgia Southern.
Are they even ranked?
No, they are not.
That's why I can't find them.
So they have Montana State and Georgia Southern to open. Then they have to go to Purdue.
That's 2-0.
Okay, well, then at Purdue.
That's 3-0.
Then Michigan State goes to the Coliseum.
I think it's 4-0.
At Illinois.
I think they can upset Illinois.
At Michigan. Or no, Michigan at home.
Give me USC on that one just because Michigan's going to probably still be under their head coaching ban.
At Notre Dame.
Give me Notre Dame.
Okay. At Nebraska.
They could beat Nebraska.
That's what Colorado thought last year too. Then they have Northwestern at home.
That's a win.
Iowa at home.
It's in California.
It's in the Coliseum.
Give me USC only because Iowa really plays people harder at home, and they don't score a lot of points.
At Oregon.
Give me Oregon.
Then they have UCLA at home.
Give me USC.
So you think they go 10-2?
Yeah.
10-2.
Maybe 9-3, but
I need to look inside your head. I see 4 losses on this schedule, and I'm going to tell you which ones they are. At Illinois, that's a loss.
No.
At Michigan at home, that could potentially be a loss. We're going to see how Michigan handles not having Sharon Moore for a few games at the beginning of the season. At Notre Dame is a loss, and I believe at Nebraska is a loss as well.
See, I don't think they lose to Nebraska.
I think they do.
I think optimistically,
and at Oregon is a loss as well.
10-2, realistically, probably 9-3.
I think it's 8-4. I think it's 8-4. They go to a bowl game. Fans are happy.
That's why they're my dark horse, though.
Okay, all right.
Optimistically, 10-2. I think that they fucking nat.
You know who my dark horse is?
Iowa. Nailed it.
So they start their season off with Albin. Then they are at Iowa State for the Cyhawk.
The Cyhawk, yep.
Then they have UMass.
Okay.
At Rutgers.
Okay.
Indiana at home.
Mm-hmm.
At Wisconsin. Penn State at home. Minnesota at home. Oregon at home. At USC. Michigan State at home. At Nebraska. Tell me how they couldn't be 9-3 or 10-2 at the end of that season. I'll give you the Oregon and the Penn State games as auto wins.
I think going to Camp Randall.
I think they're undefeated going into Camp Randall.
If it's a night game, give me Wisconsin. If it's a day game, give me Iowa. Iowa's always been one of those weird schools that they play up their competition and they'll just randomly upset somebody. But then they'll also lose stupid games to
question from the chat: do you think Nico would be able to adjust with the new squad?
Honestly,
no.
Yes.
I don't.
He's a 5-star quarterback.
Okay.
He went from Tennessee, who was kind of a more, I don't know if it's a run and gun offense, to a pro style offense.
I think Nico is too in his head. and he thinks he deserves a lot more than what he's been given. And we all know that in college football, that is proven on the gridiron. That is not proven through a paycheck.
I agree with that
And
statement.
I think that his freshman year, I think his last game against Ohio State showed that he folds under pressure. And he went from the SEC, which is, in my opinion, second best conference. Big Ten is the first because the last two national titles that came from the Big Ten. You're coming to the Big Ten. You're playing in the biggest stadiums in college football, the Big House, Ohio Stadium, Penn State. Like you're playing in these massive, loud stadiums. He got a taste of that at the end of the year. I think Nico does not. He does not do well at UCLA.
I think he does okay.
6-6 is still bowl eligible.
I think they're a little bit better than 6-6.
8-4.
In my professional opinion, I think he puts up good stats. But I think it's like one of those weird things where it's like, who is that quarterback a few years ago that, like, they played in the SEC? Or no, that was the Big Ten. And we got drafted. But they never really did anything in college. Like, they didn't win a whole lot of games. But they put out monster stats. Was it Kirk Cousins? Because he played at Michigan State.
Yeah, but there's another quarterback that comes to mind that didn't do much in college, or didn't do much in the NFL, but put up monster numbers in college. Dak Prescott.
Well, he's the opposite. He didn't do much in college.
No, he did a lot in college.
Well, if you're going on that route, you have also, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Justin Herbert.
He didn't do a whole lot in college, but
he's producing in the NFL.
And honestly, the big one, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah?
He produced decently in college, but he didn't have a good team around him. Goes to the NFL, and he's won, 3 Super Bowls? Then you got other people on the other end of that spectrum. You got like Baker Mayfield, who put up monster numbers in college.
I attribute Baker Mayfield's unsuccess in the NFL to be drafted by the Browns.
I 100% agree with that statement.
Like you will never convince me that the Browns is an organization you go to develop as an NFL player. There's 3 teams right now in the NFL that careers go to die. Can you name them?
Cleveland Browns, New York Jets.
Actually, no. I'm not even on that list.
That's yes.
Nope.
Raiders. AFC or NFC?
AFC.
Patriots. Dolphins.
Yeah. They spent all that money on Tyreek Hill, and what did they do with him?
Fucking nothing.
Fuck all. Fuck all.
But, this is also, we're not even week 1 into this season. Anything could happen, like I always say, any given Saturday. So
yeah, so like I said, I wanted to readdress the Nico situation. I do not think Nico will produce for UCLA. Like I said, I think his head's just too big.
I think he'll do well in that offense. I just don't think that they're going to win a lot of games. Yeah, you can throw for 400 yards, 5 touchdowns a game, but if your defense gives up, 500 yards and 7 touchdowns a game, you're just like, I have good stats, but I didn't win.
Yeah.
Everything's a double-edged sword, if you really think about it. And in the end of the day, defense wins championships, and I will die on that hill. You know, I mean, you can have the best offense in the world, but you play the best defense in the world. You might not. You might do fuck all. You might.
100%.
I mean, it's just. It is what it is.
It is what it is. So, what do you think about this weekend football?
I'm excited. I'm ready. And I'm so happy it's back.
Yeah, I'm so happy it's back.
It's been far too long, you know.
So the news coming out this morning, true freshman Bryce Underwood is expected to be named Michigan's starting quarterback for this year. I know that Ryan Day named Julian Sayin over Lincoln Keenholz for the starting job at Ohio State. Do we know anybody else who has a quarterback jobs right now that's not secured? Cade Klubnik is pretty secure in Clemson.
The only ones that come to my mind is like you got Jalen Daniels out of.
Yeah, but he's solidified as a starter.
Real quick before we end this, who's your Heisman dark horse?
My Heisman dark horse?
Yeah.
Oh man. Garrett Nussmeier.
Garrett Nussmeier?
Yeah.
See, mine.
I think he's being overlooked. I think that they're putting too much stock in Cade Klubnik. I don't think realistically Jeremiah Smith has a chance to win the Heisman this year. New quarterback, learning the system.
He might get more targets though.
He might get more targets, but so will Cornell Tate. But if I'm going to have to name a dark horse Heisman for right now, Garrett Nussmeier. Garrett Nussmeier, the quarterback for LSU, did a lot last year to win games, and I think that he's just going to continue to get better.
See, mine's Dylan Raiola.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like the only thing that Raiola has
Patrick
against
Mahomes
him.
Jr.
Well, the only thing that that Dylan Raiola has against him is he doesn't have a lot of experienced receivers. So I have a feeling he's going to have to make a lot of these Heisman moment plays with his legs.
Yeah.
But I do, right there, I like that fucking pick. I still think at the end of the day it's going to come down to two people, Cade Klubnik and Garrett Nussmeier. I think that those are my two picks. I think Jeremiah Smith is probably going to be in the talking points of it. Give me 4 weeks with Bryce Underwood to see if he could potentially be another Heisman Trophy candidate. Ryan Williams out of Alabama. We'll see how that quarterback play does for the first few weeks. Because Ryan Williams could 100% be on that list.
We're going to, real quick before we end this, we're going to go over odds.
Mm-hmm.
The top, 1, 2, 3, the top 6 odds, and this is from BetMGM.
Okay, let me see if I can guess. Cade Klubnik.
Cade Klubnik's 3rd.
Okay. Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah Smith is 4.
Okay. Garrett Nussmeier.
2.
Ryan Williams.
No.
Ooh. Who's the number 1? Is it quarterback, running back?
Quarterback.
Conference.
SEC. Two famous uncles.
I know.
Plays for Texas.
Oh. Arch Manning.
Yep. So as the list goes,
You got Arch Manning number 1.
Arch Manning number 1, Garrett Nussmeier number 2, Cade Klubnik number 3, Jeremiah Smith number 4, Julian Sayin number 5.
There's no fucking way.
And Drew,
There's no. As much as I would love to see Ohio State bring the fucking Heisman Trophy home, I I have faith in my Buckeyes, but I have zero faith that he is going to win the Heisman.
And number 4 is also a Big Ten player quarterback.
Dylan Raiola?
No.
Big Ten? Oh, Penn State's.
Drew Aller.
Drew Aller.
Yep.
I forgot that Drew Aller was a serious contender for. Well, I'll say serious contender, but he's a contender.
But if you go into the NFL's odds, because that was another one, Arch Manning's number 1, Cade Klubnik's number 2, Garrett Nussmeier's number 3.
Oh, for draft stock?
This might be draft stock. It might. They said Heisman odds.
Why is the NFL doing Heisman odds?
Don't know. Number 4, Jeremiah Smith. Number 5 is Jeremiah Love.
Running back Notre Dame.
Yep. Lenoris Sellers, quarterback out of South Carolina.
Yeah.
Ryan Williams, wide receiver, Alabama. Drew Aller, quarterback, Penn State. And then their dark horse they have is also Dylan Raiola.
Like I said, it's a good pick. I just wish Dylan Raiola had better people.
Weapons?
Yeah, better people around him. He could 100% win the Heisman as a dark horse, but he doesn't have a good tight end to throw to, and he doesn't have 2 good wide receivers.
And that's why he's my dark horse. He could do it.
It's feasibly possible, but I don't think it's probable.
But if you watched any of the game tape, and I'm not saying right here, right now, that one of my other potential dark horses, and I've been saying it for the last few years, and I know you guys are probably tired of hearing it.
Jalen Daniels.
Don't count out Jalen Daniels. I watched the game footage of that game. Dude can just either drop back, throw the ball 60 yards down the field, or he can drop back, scramble, and run it for 20.
Yeah.
It's like that's why I believe KU has a legitimate shot.
Yeah.
But, they're also playing Fresno State. And they pretty much handled them. But, we don't know anything until we know,
I know.
So, who knows? But anyways, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks for everybody in the chat, Doug and Magnus. We appreciate you engaging with us. Check out our Discord. Please head on over there and come on in and ask some questions, get into the fray.
And if you'd like to, I'm sure we have some spots available for our college
football
pick'em.
Yep.
Which we will be starting here soon.
If you guys want to get on the pick'em, just send me your Yahoo email, and we will get you over into the pick'em so that you can. We will be starting this week. So add your Yahoo email into the Discord. You can find the Discord link in the YouTube channel Exiting the Huddle.
And we would like again to thank you guys so very much for listening to us babble and talk. And you can take our opinion with a grain of salt. These are our opinions. And again, thank you so much for watching. This has been Exiting the Huddle with Dan and Jacob. I'm Jacob.
And I am Dan.
And we'll see you guys next time.